This is the fan blade assembly for a V8 Ford Mustang from 74 to 78, actually 75 to 78 because they didn't have a V8 in 74. Little nerd talk there. This has been up for probably a couple of years now. It's very odd shaped and particular to that car. But I was asking a premium price of 90 bucks, which I held out for. This is the button off the power switch for a Marantz amplifier. Marantz being one of those brands that you can get quite a bit of money for just small parts like this. And this I actually was able to get $19 for. Now this is a large 10.5 inch metal reel for a reel-to-reel tape deck. I actually acquired this with an Akai tape deck and sold the tape deck years ago, but was using this occasionally. It's empty, of course. And finally decided to put it up for sale a month or two ago, and it sold for a full price of $75. This is a Pioneer amplifier receiver. It's a model SX 440, and this is what they called their midnight black face. This is what it looks like when it's powered up. This was made in 1969, and before the era of the silver face that came out in the 70s. And I picked this up at a well, it was part of a large buy of stereo equipment that I picked up last fall. And it did take a little work to get it up and running properly, cleaning all the switches and controls and replacing a few of the light bulbs. But it's a nice sounding amp, and it's sold, I had it priced at $290, and I took a best offer of $250 for it. This is an AM FM stereo tuner, just a tuner, not any amplification. This is made by Super Scope. And Super Scope is the importer of Marantz, distributor for Marantz. So a lot of their components were made in the same factories as Marantz, but that's as far as their similarities go. Some people will try and advertise these as a Super Scope made by Marantz, but it's the other way around. In any case, this tuner just required a little cleanup, and it sold for $95. Another part off that reel-to-reel that I tore apart. This is the, well, it's a knob for many different functions. This is the picture I showed with the knob featuring the sound on sound or echo knob. It's also volume or bass control. And this sold for 12 bucks. These are some blank 8-track tapes that I picked up months ago. I believe I bought them off of Facebook Marketplace, a whole bunch of them. These are 40-minute ones, and they sold, well, this single sold for $12, and then another buyer bought a pair of them for $15. They'd been up for sale for quite some time, so I kind of lowered the price on them a little bit, but finally getting some of these moved. Some items sold on Facebook Marketplace. This is a pretty sturdy record player stand and record album rack. And this has been up for a few months. I've owned it for quite a while, but it's got some scratches on the top from putting stereos up there. I used it quite often to display stereos that I was selling on eBay. And this sold for $100. And also what sold was this coffee table. It's got a popular boomerang pattern on the top, hairpin legs, although that's not the way I bought it. I bought a pair of these from a bowling alley, well, a guy that bought an old bowling alley and was cleaning it out. There were a bunch of bar height tables that look just like this. And I had these hairpin legs, so I decided to convert this one into a coffee table. And this one sold for $175.